Hi, everybody, and welcome to Photography Tribe tonight. Tonight, we're going to discuss a little bit about lighthouse photography, and I want to show you some photos of some lighthouses and some maps of where they are. And these are all the lighthouses I'm going to show you today are all lighthouses that are in Maine, and there are 8 in particular that you can go and see in one day and get photographs of them, and they're all awesome lighthouses. So I'm going to switch off from me here in a minute and let you all see the presentation. And then tomorrow in the group, I will put a link so that you can grab the PDF of what we're doing here so that you can have that to put into your phone and you can use this to get to all of these particular lighthouses and have an idea of some of the best vantage points and different things like that. And if you have any questions, you can hit me with them. If you don't think of any of the questions that you want to talk about tonight, then you can just leave them in the post and I will answer them tomorrow when I get back to everything. But let's take and let me get us on to the presentation here. So let me switch off to the screen share. All right, let's bring this here on up and make everything bigger. All right, so this here is our Lighthouse Photography PDF. All right, and the one that you're looking at right now, just for the cover, is Portland Head Lighthouse, and I'm going to get into that quite a bit more when I get down through here because this place here is within an hour of my house and I go there a lot. And there are all kinds of different views of it, and I think it's probably one of the most photographed lighthouses in the world. So let's go down here a little bit more. Okay, so on our little trip, if we were going to go and try and get 8 lighthouses in a day, we would start down in York, Maine, and we would go to Nubble Lighthouse, and that's what this lighthouse is right here. Now, understand that this particular one looks awesome, but I think you'll find that there's a lot of power lines and things like that in the way. So you're going to have to do a little bit of retouching, and I will put a tutorial in here to show you how to do that. But like I say, the first one will start in southern Maine. It will be in York, Maine. And let me go down here. Okay, so that when you get your PDF, you'll get a little map like this here. All right, that shows where the Nubble Lighthouse is, and then also over here it has a little thing from Wikipedia that gives you an address, so you can put that into your GPS, and a lot of these are gonna have phone numbers too. But anyways, this will help you get to these particular spots. So from Nubble Point, from the Cape Magnetic Light or Nubble Point, the next one you would go to, and this one here is in Portland, and this is called the Spring Point Ledge Lighthouse. All right, and like I say, there's usually quite a few people there, so wasn't able to retouch all of these people out of here. But the next few I'm going to show you here are all within 10 to 15 minutes of one another. So, when you're coming from York, Maine up to here, it's probably, half an hour to 45 minutes. But once you get into Bridgeton, here you got Spring Point Ledge Lighthouse. All right. And let's see. So when we go down here, again, a little map showing you that so that when you want to go into your GPS, it gives you the address and exactly how to get there and type of stuff. All right. Next one here is Bug Light. And Bug Light is also in Portland, and it's probably, I don't know, 10 minutes away from there. So it's really, not far to go. And it's right in Portland Harbor, so you can get all kinds of cool shots. This is in Bug Light Park, so they have a lot of different things there that you can do also. And again, right down underneath here, okay, here's your map, and there's your address on how to get there. All right, and tells a little bit about it from Wikipedia. So you get some information from Wikipedia about that. All right, now just so that you know, all the first few that I showed you there, you drive right up to them, you go in the parking lot, and you can check things. This is a picture taken from a boat. Went out on the mail boat, and we have the Portland Head Lighthouse and the Spring Light here. Okay, so you can get two of them from a boat. Actually, to the left here a little bit, I'm gonna show you the next one after this. Here is going to be, let's go here, is going to be Rams Island Ledge Lighthouse. Okay, and you can get this particular shot when you go to Portland Head Lighthouse. Now you can't, you can only take that from there or from a boat. You don't drive out to here. That's kind of what it is in Portland Harbor right there. All right, but again, here's a little bit about it, and tells where it is. Like I say, if you want to photograph this particular one, you are going to photograph this one from Portland Head Lighthouse. All right, so now we got Portland Head Lighthouse, and this is, like I say, this is the one that I go to all the time. I probably got 1,000 pictures of it, and this is probably one of the most popular views of Portland Head Lighthouse. Okay, and I'm going to show you an aerial view here in a few minutes, so you can see some of the different vantage points. But like you see, there's quite a few people all around it down there, and this one here was taken probably in the spring or the summer. All right, so let's move on to our next one here. Okay, here's Portland Head Lighthouse in the fall, and they have these black-eyed Susans, I guess, and you can get a really cool shot, you know, from a different perspective here. When you go to Portland Head Lighthouse, there are so many different views of it, and like I say, this is just driving there, because I'll show you in a minute. You can also do it from a drone. All right, now I've also gone over here in the wintertime. Okay, so you'd normally have to, if you go here in the wintertime, it's at Fort Williams Park. You'd have to, park outside, because the gates will be closed, and you have to, hike in here a little bit. And this is what it looks like in the wintertime, which you don't see a whole lot of shots like this of Portland Head Light. All right, so now this here is my from with my drone. All right, and like I say, this shows a lot of the different um, perspectives that you can take. Like over to the very first picture I took was over from the right, and lots of people. That's kind of where people will congregate over there and take most of the people will take shots over there. But also over here, the winter shot I took was from the left. All right, and that shows the coastline and everything right there, and that's a good way. And then of course another one is straight on, and there's so many different views of taking of Portland Head Light. Okay, and of course, I love to get it with the drone. Okay, but you almost can't go wrong here. And there's abandoned um, fort area here, and there's beautiful flowers every place. It's just a great place. If you're a photographer, it's heaven. All right. Okay. Again, now here's our little map to it with our address to it. So all you have to do is put that into GPS, and you're right where you'll get right to Portland Head Light, which is in Cape Elizabeth. This is not in Portland. This is in Cape Elizabeth. All right. All right. So after you leave Portland, the next place you head up to is into Bristol. Okay, and this is Pemaquid Point Lighthouse, and this is another amazing lighthouse. In the famous little puddle here beforehand that you can catch a reflection of the area that you're photographing is right here. And this is beautiful. Just the formations of the rock and everything, they bring you right up to the lighthouse. And if you can get a nice picture in the morning or at night, you get some nice sunset pictures too. So just an awesome spot in Bristol. Okay, now this here is, again, this is Pemaquid Lighthouse. The one I just took before that was taken a little bit to the right and down close to the water, shooting up. All right, this is obviously a drone shot, and you can see that there are so many different points of view that you can get a beautiful shot here at Pemaquid Lighthouse. And like the other ones in here, we've got the address for it that you would type into GPS to get you there, and a little map. All right. Now the next one, after you leave Bristol, you're going to head up to Rockland. All right, and this is the Rockland Breakwater Lighthouse. All right, and you can park way down the end down there, the other end. There's a parking area, but you have to walk out to here. As you can see, the people and everything out there, and I believe it's close to a mile. Walking out and then another mile back. All right, and so obviously this is with my drone, and this is for this particular lighthouse. Unless you're on a boat or something, I think this is probably the best way to photograph that. Now, if you look to the right here, you can see as walking in, that's the view that you're able to get. That's about as good as you can get, unless you have a super wide angle lens from the back. But if you're on foot, that's the best image that you're going to get of the Rockland Breakwater Lighthouse. And like the other ones, here's a little map of it. All right, and here's information that tells you how to get there. All right, just put it into your GPS, and it's all good. All right, this is the last lighthouse, the 8th lighthouse of our little tour, okay? And this is in Owl's Head in Maine. And this is the view. Again, this has a parking area when you get there, but this is the view that you're going to see, that you're going to be able to take pictures of. All right, and it's okay, but in a minute I'll show you my drone shot, which I of course think is much better. I mean, a lot of these type of things, they're so high up or anything else like that. If you can't shoot down with them a drone or anything else, you can't get a perspective that I like, anyways. So let's get down here a little bit more, okay? And there is with my drone, all right. And there actually were quite a few people here, but I photoshopped them out of here because because I can, and I just would rather have my pictures without them. And I was here in the fall. I was here about a week ago, so there weren't a whole lot of people like there would be on a summer day. So, and then of course now we're going to go down here, and like I said, there is your little map, and here is the GPS information that you can plug into your phone or whatever it is you do to get you to different places. So all these places that I showed you are places that you can get to in a day. If you leave nice and early, they're all, you'll have plenty of nice light, and you'll be able to get them all in a day, and they're all beautiful lighthouses. Now, there are a couple of other ones in there, but these are the ones I photographed, and these are the ones I could tell you about. So I wanted to put these ones in here for you, and then later on, either today or when you look at this tomorrow, you can, post some questions in there. Okay, so let's get down here a little bit. Okay, again, there's your information that if you want to email me, or you have any questions or things like that. So let's escape out of here for a second, and let me put this here away and get me back up here. All right, so that's kind of going to be it. I don't know if there's any questions, because I'm working with a new version of Facebook, so it's a little different working with it on my particular computer. But I think this week here I'm going to do some random ones, 3 to 5 minute ones, just to check everything out and see how it goes with all you folks. So I don't see any questions, and I probably don't have this set up properly to do that. So anyways, next week I will not be doing a broadcast, but tomorrow, like I said, this PDF, I will put it out so that you can get access to it, and you can carry it in your phone as a PDF, so you can get the information on how to get to all these particular lighthouses. All right, and I also have a couple of other ones that I did a couple of weeks ago, one on fall photography and foliage photography, that I will also get information for you so that you have that. So I don't see any questions or anything like that coming in, but like I say, it's possible that I don't have this set up properly. They have a new version of this coming out on Thursday, so that I will be able to do some interviews on it, and that should be a cool thing to do, because I've got 3 people in the group that I've asked, and then any people that you might want to have interviewed to learn about some different things, you can let me know about also. But I think, that's going to be it for this particular broadcast. I will be back on Sunday, the 11th of October, with another broadcast. I will do some polling, see what it is that you like and you want to talk about. And tomorrow, if there are any questions in here, I will answer them, and I will be here getting caught up in all of my commenting and things like that. I've been a little bit off because of this new version of Facebook. So for all of you folks that showed up, thank you for being here, and watch for the link tomorrow to grab this particular PDF. You won't have to listen to me. It'll just be the PDF showing you everything you need to go. So thanks again, and we'll talk to you soon.